Hi, this is JP from Northern Lights Over Arkham. Welcome to another Marvel Champions LCG playthrough, and we are continuing through the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign box. We are up to the Thunderbolts scenario. So in this scenario we are facing off with Citizen V and Thunderbolts. So we have the Thunderbolts that have come in this campaign box here. We need to pick two. We can choose them, but I decided to pick them at random. So that is why they are laid out over on the table. In this cycle, the hero packs feature new Thunderbolt sets that you can use in this scenario or in other scenarios if you so choose. But for this playthrough I will be only using the Thunderbolts that come in the campaign box. So we have Moonstone, Songbird, Black Widow, M.O.D.O.K, Radioactive Man and M.O.D.O.K 4. So we will choose two of these at random because I'm playing through solo. We choose one over the player limit, so 2, and we have encounter sets for these, and the encounter set will get shuffled into the encounter deck, and we'll set up the scenario from there. So before we start, I'll pick these and shuffle them and pick one at random. So we are playing with Maria Hill this time, and let's see which Thunderbolt characters we will be facing this time. So these two. Okay, so we have M.O.D.O.K and Radioactive Man for this playthrough. So these sets will get shuffled here, and these we can put aside. They won't be in this playthrough. But as you can see, there are a lot of Thunderbolts in this box already, so you will get a good variety of different characters to give you more replayability for this scenario, as the different characters work a bit differently. So first thing to note, these guys have a lot of health for minions. The Radioactive Man has 18 and M.O.D.O.K has 16. They all have the villainous trait, so that is one thing to keep note of. So the setup is choose one modular set plus one additional modular set, each with the Elite and Thunderbolt minion. Set each of those minions aside and shuffle the rest of the encounter set into the encounter deck. Reveal the Justice like lightning environment, which is here. So okay, I think that's enough of shuffling. We'll look at this next. So when revealed, each player reveals a random set-aside Thunderbolt minion, reveal and attach the remaining set-aside Thunderbolt minion face up here. In expert mode, give each of these minions a tough status card, flip this card. So we will flip that card. Let's read that in a moment. So we'll just shuffle these for a bit and pick one at random. So I'll face off against M.O.D.O.K first, and Radioactive Man goes here. Now we have a Thunderbolt backup. The minion attached here is in play and can be targeted by attacks and abilities. Forced interrupt. When the round ends, attach the Thunderbolt minion with the most damage here, swapping it with the minion already attached here, if any. Heal 1 damage per player, damage from attach minion. In expert mode, heal 1 additional damage from that minion and give it a tough status card. We are playing on standard difficulty, so we can ignore that end there. So these come into play like so. We'll flip this. So apprehending rogue agents, each Thunderbolt minion gains guard, so we can't attack past these without some special abilities. Force response. After a player attacks a Thunderbolt minion, that minion engages that player. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game, and the threshold is 11. And Citizen V. Citizen V cannot be defeated unless there are at least one per player Thunderbolt minions in the victor display, which means in true solo 1 in the victory display. And forced interrupt: when Citizen V would activate against you during step 2 of the villain phase, if you are engaged with a Thunderbolt minion, Citizen V does not activate and heals 4 damage instead. So basically Citizen V just looms behind the Thunderbolts, and we have to deal with them before we can deal with Citizen V. And it is a single villain stage, so once we get through the 12 hit points on Citizen V, we win the scenario. But that is everything, nothing else for me to say, but let's get going. So without further delay, let's get started. Okay, and we are ready to start, so I'll draw my opening hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And we get reinforcements, super spies, the Iliad, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, organizational support, and Melinda May. Okay, well, first off, we just want to play the Iliad right away and do practically nothing else. So I will use Maria Hill to use the action. Exhaust Maria Hill, search your deck for S.H.I.E.L.D support and add it to your hand. So we will search for, well, anything really. Yeah, I doubt I will be using the Douglas that much. So we'll grab that. Then we will play the Iliad. And I'll use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources, so that is my whole turn. We'll get Iliad into play. And that is maybe our first round. I could use the Iliad right away. Might as well. I will just deal 5 damage here. And that is my turn. Already up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Support staff, grant ward, reinforcements, all points bulletin, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, and organizational support. We'll go to the villain phase. We add 1 threat here. Citizen V activates but doesn't do anything, just heals 4 damage. Then M.O.D.O.K will activate. And M.O.D.O.K will scheme for 1 plus 3, which is 4. And we'll get an encounter card, and it is Innocent Bystanders. Uses 4 bystander counters. Forced response: after you attack an enemy or an enemy attacks you, either spend 1 resource of any type or place 1 threat on the main scheme. 2 threat instead if in expert mode. Remove 1 bystander counter. So that comes into play, and that is that. So now when the round ends, attach the Thunderbolt minion with the most damage here, swapping it with the minion already attached here. So we just swap these two, and M.O.D.O.K will heal 1 damage. And that is it. So now we are engaged with the radioactive man. I forgot to say what these guys do. So forced interrupt: when M.O.D.O.K engages you, discard 1 card from your hand. And radioactive man, forced response: after radioactive man activates against you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. Okay. And that is that round. Let's go to the next round. Okay, let's see. We really want to keep Iliad geared up, so I think we want some in play. So we want stuff that can get discarded instead of the Iliad, and we want to keep moving counters from with the Maria Hill's hero ability. So action: move 1 all-purpose counter from shield support to another shield support, limit once per round. So that is why I will play support staff. And I will use the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to play that. Then I will play Grant Ward. And let's see. I will use support staff to generate one wild icon. And I will use organizational support. And I'll actually flip to hero mode before that, because I need to be in hero mode. So I'm using all points bulletin. So remove one threat from a scheme and deal 1 damage to an enemy for each shield support you control. So we do 1 and 1 or 2 and 2, 2 and 0 and etc. So I think I will remove 2 threat from here. And I will thwart for 2 here. I will move 1 counter from here to here. And Maria Hill will do this. And yeah. Now the funny thing is the actions on the Iliad are not attacks. So I will use 1 counter, deal 5 damage here. And that is our turn. We ready up. I'll keep the reinforcements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get strength, front organization, another reinforcements, command team, and all points bulletin. Oh yeah, we drew 1 too many cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are correct. Okay, and we'll go to the villain phase. We add 1 here. Radioactive man attacks. I will. Do I just want to defend with Grant Ward? Yeah. So with Citizen we would activate, but heals 4 damage, doesn't do anything basically. A radioactive man attacks and has the villainous. So we defeat Grant Ward and we get an encounter card, which is Patrock the Leaper. Find Patrock and reveal him. If he is already in play, he engages you. Patrock activates against you. If no enemy activated this way, this card can search. So we'll move Patrock here. And Patrock activates against me. So first off, when Patrock engages you, I have to discard 1 card from my hand. I will discard 1 of the reinforcements. And we will defend, and 2 plus nothing, so we don't take any damage. And that was the villain phase. Let's go to the next hero phase. Okay, at the end of the round, Patrock will move back here, heal 1 damage. That was something I forgot to do, but that's corrected now. We'll start a new round. I will play front organization. This is just because there are cards that discard support, so I want to keep the Iliad in play. And I think I will use reinforcement and all points bulletin to play command team. We just want to feed the Iliad as much as possible, which I will do. I will move 1 counter from here to here, and Iliad will deal 5 damage to Patrock. And I think that is everything we will do this round. So these are really fast turns. We'll go to upkeep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have Strength, Belle Rofen, Victoria Hand, Life Model Decoy, and one on the double. So we can do a really big bursty turn next round. We'll go to the villain phase. We add one here. Radioactive Man attacks, I will defend. And 2 plus... Oh yeah, I forgot to take 1 damage last round when Radioactive Man attacked Grant Ward. Then 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 2, so we take 2 damage and take 1 from the effect on Radioactive Man. I mean, dropping things. Okay, and then we get an encounter card. It is another Innocent Bystanders. Again, we are not attacking anything, so this basic... Oh yeah, actually, it works when the enemies attack. So there have been 3 attacks so far. So we'll add 3 here. So that I forgot to do previously. Okay, that's corrected. And yeah, that is that round. Let's go to the next round. Okay, and again I forgot to heal Batroc at the end of the round. It doesn't really matter, but he is healed now. Okay, and this round, first off, let's defeat Batroc. He goes into the victory display, takes 5 damage. I'll move 1 damage, 1 counter from the command team to the Iliad. And let's see what we want to play. I'll use Strength and Beller Pawn to play Victoria Hand, readying the Iliad. And do this, so remember I've already moved some damage. So we will do this again, deal 5 damage here. I will thwart for 2 here. And just thinking, do I want to ready? No. Yeah, I'll keep this in hand and go to the villain phase, so we're ready up. I'll actually flip to Alter Ego to get some healing done. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards. Front Organization, Special Funding on the double ×2, and Organizational Support, Life Model Decoy. Let's see, we will go to the villain phase. We add 1 here. Radioactive Man schemes for 1 plus 3 is 5. And we get an encounter card, Batroc the Leaper. This doesn't say that Batroc comes from the victory display, so that searches. And we get an assault which searches. And we get Shadow of the Past. So we get the controller. After controller activates against you, remove 1 all-purpose counter from a support. If controlled innocent is in play, put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a controlled minion. So I think we need to get rid of that. Oh yeah, when revealed, find the controlled innocence environment and put it into play. When defeated, discard each controlled minion, place 1 all-purpose counter on a support for each minion discarded this way. Okay. And this gets shuffled here. Well, this complicates things a bit, but I think we can handle this. And at the end of the round, Radioactive Man moves here, heals 1 damage. And even though Radioactive Man is there, I think, as I understand it, let's see. I'm just wondering, does the Radioactive Man still have guard? Because he's over there now. This is that is actually a good question, but I'll look in from the manual to see. But yeah, that was that round. Let's go to the next round. Okay, well, in the manual it didn't specify if the guard is in play, but the card is in play. It's just not engaged with me. So even though I can't hit past the guard, if I am completely honest. I'm going to play like that because otherwise it would be too easy to bypass that. So let's see. I will use the ability to move a charge to the Iliad. Oh, I can't do that right now, but I will heal and then flip to hero mode and then do that. And then I will thwart for 2. I will remove 4 threat from here, getting rid of this. Discard it, controlled minion, place 1. Okay, after the controlled minion is defeated, and after controlled activation against you, remove 1 all-purpose counter. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best I can do with that. I could ready the Iliad, which I will do. No, I won't. Let's say that I'll go back and not heal. I will search for command team. And play it using special funding, so it comes into play with 4. Then I will use these 2 to play life model decoy, then flip, keep these in hand for a bigger turn next round. That's our turn. We'll ready up and draw 3. We get Shield, Director, Nick Fury, Hard Call, on the double times 2. And we'll go to the villain phase. We add 1 threat over here. Controller hits me, I won't defend. He hits me for the Citizen V activates first, so 2 plus 1, and after this attack resolves engage a minion in play that is not engaged with you. Okay, so this comes into play. So we take no damage with this. Controller hits me for 1. We lose 1 all-purpose counter. Radioactive man hits me for, I will defend. 2 plus 1 is 1 damage plus 1. I'm still alive, barely. And then we get an encounter card. Down but not out. Choose a random Thunderbolt minion from the victory display and reveal it. Place damage on that minion until it has 5 hit points remaining. Then remove this card from the game. That goes away. M.O.D.O.K comes back into play. We have received 3 attacks now, so I think we lost. Yeah. Okay, well, that was a quick escalation. Yeah, so M.O.D.O.K came into play with 11 damage on, but it doesn't matter, and we lose 1 card. Yeah, so I unfortunately let the threat get out of hand here. So these 2 innocent bystanders really synced my battleship, so to speak. So M.O.D.O.K came into play. I had to discard 1 card, and then Radioactive Man hit me. We add 1 here. Controller hit me. We add 1 here. Citizen V hit me. We add 2 here because there was 2. So we actually added another even more. So we traded out, unfortunately. But yeah. That is basically the scenario. It is a really swingy one, and playing the Iliad, and if you get, for example, Nick Fury early on out, you keep having a lot of counters on the Iliad, doing like 10 damage each round and bypassing everything that says if you attack anything, because they are not attacks, they just deal damage. But yeah, we were really unlucky getting the Shadow of the Past in play, and even M.O.D.O.K came back from the dead, so to speak. So that is sometimes how Marvel Champions goes with True Solo, but still I hope this gave you a good idea how chaotic this scenario can be. Even in True Solo, it could go really easily. You just defeat the minions, not get that bad of encounter cards, and then just roll down Citizen V, but we didn't even get to hit Citizen V because there were 2 guard minions in play, and we have to defeat those. But yeah, if you play this, I really recommend trying out first playing through with the different Thunderbolt minions, and then after that, when you have familiarized yourself with the scenario, start picking them at random. And when you get those hero packs like Silk and Black Panther and Winter Soldier, etc., those come with more Thunderbolt minions to even more spice up this scenario. And I just want to once experience this with 4 players to have a really chaotic game with 5 Thunderbolt minions in play, everybody trying to deal with them and trying to survive. But yeah, that was the Thunderbolts scenario with Maria Hill on standard difficulty. Hope you guys like this playthrough. Thanks for watching and until next time.